noble sirs and gentle ladies, all who join our revels now within these walls. Be welcomed now with open hearts and arms. Our goal, to please and seek yourselves to charm. We hope our antics make you laugh and sigh, and pleasures find air, die, and fleas the sky.
Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. We've got a great show ready for you. You're all in for a real treat.
Our play was written 300 years ago when theater was in town the only show. Great Aphra this did pen to please her king. Another prologue had that set the scene. But years have passed, and all traditions age, and so new speech is written for our stage.
This show is a little old, give or take 300 years or so. We've adjusted it only slightly, and you should still be able to follow along just fine.
Good folk, our story, should you now attend, we hope you join us with the ones called friend, colleague, spouse, or even sweetie pie. We're glad you're here, whatever company. If friends be absent from this players' hall, do we beseech you, wait upon that call.
We're so glad to see all these new faces in the audience. Friends, family members, significant others, pets. Don't think I don't see you back there, you adorable little Dickens. But to all of you we ask, please silence or turn off your cell phones.
Don't post to social media or text, or thus your neighbors you will surely vex. Snapchat can wait, and so can Instagram. Distractions that can cause our players harm. We players are a temperamental lot, distracted thus, and our lines are all forgot. An hour or two, then our story's done, and then once again you may turn on your phones.
The show will only run 2 hours or so with a 10-minute intermission in between. You shouldn't have to wait too long, and then you can turn your phones right back on and tell everyone how great of a show it was and that they should absolutely come see it.
And at last, my friends, some words before I go. About what you'll see tonight, some things that you should know. There are effects we use on stage this night. Our play has fog and also flashing lights.
Fair warning, there will be some special effects used during the duration of the show, and there will be moments, especially for you folks in the front, where we will call for audience participation, so feel free to get involved.
And if this speech with you should disagree, I only speak the lines, so blame not me.
If you don't like what we're saying, this is just standard fare. Just please be kind and courteous to your fellow audience members and us.
So sit, dear friends, and I'll return within. A moment more, and so our play begins.
Now that we've got all that nonsense out of the way, sit back, get comfortable, and enjoy The Emperor of the Moon.
Truly, I was so sleepy last night, I know nothing of the adventure for which you are kept so close a prisoner today, and more strictly guarded than usual. Cynthia came with music last night under my window, which my mother, hearing, sallied out with her retainers upon him, and clashing of swords I heard, but what hurt was done, or whether Cynthia were discovered to her, I know not. But the billet I sent him now by Scaramouche will occasion me soon intelligence. And see, madam, where your trusty servant comes. You may advance and fear none but your friend.
Away and keep the door.
Dear Scaramouche, hast thou been at the Viceroy's?
Oh, yes, yes.
And hast thou delivered my letter to his nephew, Don Cynthia?
Oh, yes, yes. What should I deliver else?
Well, and how does he?
Lord, how should he do? Why, what a laborious thing it is to be a pimp.
Why, well, he should do.
So he is, as well as any knight adventuring lover can be. He has but one wound, madam.
How? Wounded, you say? Oh, heavens, 'tis not mortal.
Why, I have no great skill, but they say it may be dangerous.
I die with fear. Where is he wounded?
Well, he is run quite through the heart. But the man may live, if I please.
Thou please, torment me not with riddles.
Well, there's a certain cordial balsam Called fair lady, which outwardly applied to his bosom will prove a better cure than all your weapon salve or sympathetic powder. Your ladyship.
Is Cynthia then not wounded?
Not otherwise than by your fair eyes. Not away unseen and unknown.
Dost thou know how precious time is, and dost thou truly awake us? What said he to my letter?
No, what should he say?
Why, 100 dear soft things of love. Kiss it as often and bless me for my goodness.
Why, so he did.
Ask me 1,000 questions of my health after my last night's fright.
So he did.
Expressing all the kind concern love could inspire for the punishment my mother has inflicted on me for entertaining him at my window last night.
All this he did.
And for my being confined a prisoner to my apartment without the hope or almost possibility of seeing him anymore.
There, I think you are a little mistaken, for besides the plot I have laid to bring you together all this night, there are such stratagems of brewing, not only to bring you together, but with your mother's consent too. Oh, such a plot, madam.
Why, that would be worthy of thy brain. Prithee, what?
Such a device!
I'm impatient.
Such a conundrum. Well, if there be wise men and conjurers in the world, they are intriguing lovers.
Out with it!
Well, you must know, madam, my mistress, your mother, the doctor's a little whimsical, romantic, Don Quixotish or so.
Or rather mad.
Ah, that were to be uncivil to be supposed by me, but lunatic we may call her without breaking the decorum of good manners. For she's always traveling to the moon.
And so religiously believes there is a world there, that she discourses gravely of the people, their governments, institutions, laws, manners, religion, and constitution, as if she'd been bred a politician there.
How came she thus infected first?
With reading foolish books, Lucian's Dialogue of Icaromenippus, who flew up to the moon and thence to heaven, a heroic business called the Man in the Moon, if you'll believe a Spaniard, who was carried thither upon an engine drawn by wild geese, with another philosophical piece, a discourse of the world in the moon, with 1,000 other ridiculous volumes too hard to name.
This reading of books was a pernicious thing. I was like to have run mad once reading the Twilight Saga, but to the business. I went, as you know, to Don Cinthio's lodgings, where I saw him and his cousin Charmante laying their heads together for a farce.
A farce?
Aye, a farce, which shall be called A World in the Moon, wherein your mother shall be so imposed upon as shall bring matters most magnificently about.
I cannot conceive thee. But the design must be good since Cinthio and Charmante own it.
In order to do this, Charmante is dressing himself like one of the Cabalists of the Rosicrucian Order and is coming to prepare my credulous mistress for the greater imposition. I have his trinkets here to play upon her, which shall be ready.
But the farce, where is it to be acted?
Well, here in this very house. I am to order the decoration, adorn a stage, and place scenes proper.
But how can this be done without my mother's knowledge?
Oh, you know the old apartment next to the great orchard and the worm-eaten garden corner that opens up to the river, which place for several years nobody's frequented? There, all things shall be acted proper for our purposes.
Run! Run! Scaramouche! My mistress is conjuring for you like mad below. She calls all the little devils with horrid names. Her horoscope, her telescope, her microscope, and all her scopes!
Here, I almost forgot the letters. Here's one for you and one for Mrs. Lamonte. Go away.
Here, hold my prayer book. Oh, Monte cher! Thy eyes are always laughing, Bellamonte.
And so would yours had they been so well employed as mine this morning. I have been at the chapel and seen so many beaux.
Oh, God.
Such a number of plumes, I could not decide on which I looked on most. Sometimes my heart was charmed by the gay blonding. Hello. The one with the melancholy noir. Anon, the amiable brunette, sometimes bashful. Oh, then again bold. The little now. Stand. Stand. Sit down, I'm satisfied. In fine, my dear, I was embarrassed on all sides. I did nothing but deal my heart all around.
Oh, there was no danger, cousin.
No, but abundance of pleasure.
Why, this is better than sighing for Charmante.
Well, that's when he's present only and makes his court to me. I can sigh to a lover, but will never sigh after him. But oh, the beau cousin that I saw at church.
Oh, then you had great devotion to heaven, then.
Not so I had, for I did nothing but admire its handiwork. I could not have prayed heartily if I had to die. Oh, but a doucement, you should come in and spoil all but my lover, he drew together all the scattered fragments of my heart, confined my wandering thoughts and fixed them all on him. Oh, how he looked, how he impressed. Oh, what a dear, ravishing thing is the beginning of an amour.
When wilt thou be tame, Belamonte?
Oh, when I am weary of loving a warrior Mott, please, this is a real dress.
Well, to keep up your humor, here's a letter from your charmante. Nope.
I drew my arms. Please, not funny. Malicious creature. Oh. Okay. When wilt thou cease to torment me and either appear less charming or more kind? I languish when from you and am wounded when I see
you, yet I'm eternally courting my pain. Cynthia and I are contriving how we shall see you tonight.
Breathe.
Let us not toil in vain. We ask but your consent.
The pleasure will all be ours, 'tis therefore fit. We suffer all the fatigue, grant this, and love me if you will save the life of your Charmante. Oh, live then, Charmante, live as long as love can last.
Well, cousin, Scaramouche tells me of rare designs a-hatching to relieve us from this captivity. Here we are mewed up to be espoused to 2 moon calves, for aught I know. For the devil of any human thing is suffered to come near us, without our governante and keeper, Mr. Scaramouche.
Who, if he had not more honesty or conscience than my aunt, would let us pine for want of lovers. Oh, heaven be praised, the generosity of our cavaliers has opened their obdurate hearts with the golden key, and lets them in at all opportunities. Come, let's in. And answer they really do.
Set down the telescope. Let me see, what hour is it?
About 6 o'clock, madam.
Then 'tis about the hour that the great monarch of the upper world enters into his closet. Mount the telescope.
What to do, madam?
I understand of certain moments critical, one may be snatched of such a mighty consequence to let the sight into the secret closet.
Well, how, madam, peep into the king's closet? Under favor, madam, that will be something uncivil.
Uncivil? Good for flat treason if it should be known. But thus unseen and as wise politicians should, I take survey of all. This is the statement peeping hole through which he steals the secrets of his king and seems to wink at distance.
The very people, madam, through which with half an eye he sees him even at his devotion, madam.
Take care none enter.
Oh, madam, here's some strange great man come to wait on you.
Great man from whence?
Nay, from the moon world for aught I know, for he looks not like the people of the lower orb.
That may be. Wait on him in.
Dr. Balliardo. Oh, most learned madam, all hail, hail from the great Kabbalah of Ethiopia.
Most reverend bard, thrice welcome.
The fame, madam, of your great learning and virtue is known with joy to the renowned society.
Fame, sir, has done me too much honor to bear my name to the renowned Kabbalah.
You must not attribute it all to fame, madam. They're too learned and too wise to take up things from fame. Our intelligence is by ways more secret and sublime. All the stars and little daemons of the air inform us of all things past, present, and to come.
I must confess the Count of Gabalus renders it plain from writ, divine and human, there are such friendly and intelligent daemons.
I hope you do not doubt that doctrine, madam, which holds that the four elements are peopled with a person of a form and species more divine than vulgar mortals. Those of the fiery region we call the salamanders. They beget kings and heroes with spirits much like their deitical sires. The lovely inhabitants of the water we call nymphs. Those of the earth are gnomes or fairies. Those of the air are sylphs. These, madam, when in conjunction with mortals, beget immortal races, such as the firstborn man, which had continued so, if the firstborn man ne'er doted on a woman.
I am of that opinion, sir. Man was not made for woman.
Most certain, madam. Man was to have been immortalized by the love and conversation of these charming sylphs and nymphs. Oh, and woman by the gnomes or salamanders. And to have stocked the world with demigods, such as this day inhabit the empire of the moon.
Most admirable philosophy and reason. But do these sylphs and nymphs appear in corporeal form?
Of the most beautiful of all the sons and daughters of the universe. Imagination itself. Imagination is not half so charming. And then so soft, so kind. But none but the Kabbalah and their families are blessed with their divine addresses. Were you but once admitted to that society?
Sir! What virtue or what merits can accomplish me for that great honor?
An absolute abstinence from carnal thought, pure and devout of spirit, free from sin.
I dare not boast my virtue, sir. Is there no way to try my purity?
Are you very secret?
'Tis my principle, sir.
And one the most material in our Rosicrucian order. Please you to make a trial.
As how, sir, I beseech you?
If you be thoroughly purged from vice, the optics of your sight will be so illuminated that glancing through this telescope, you may behold one of those charming creatures that people the vast regions of the air.
Sir, you oblige profoundly.
Kneel then, and try your strength of virtue. Keep your eye fixed and open. Can you discern, madam?
Methinks I see a kind of glorious cloud drawn up, and now 'tis gone again.
Saw you no figure?
None.
Then make a short prayer to Wilkin, the spirit of the east. Shake off all earthly thoughts and look again. not gaze.
Now a cloud veils her from me.
Oh, well then she saw you peeping in, and she drew the curtain of the air between.
I am in a rapture, sir, at this rare vision. Is possible, sir, that I may ever hope the conversation of so divine a beauty?
No, most possible, madam. They will court you.
Oh.
Their whole delight is to immortalize.
Oh.
Alexander was begot on a salamander that visited his mother in the form of a serpent, because he would not make King Philip jealous. And that famous philosopher Merlin was begotten on a vestal nun, and a certain king's daughter by a most beautiful young salamander, as all heroes and men of mighty minds are.
Most excellent.
The nymph Egeria, enamored on Numa Pompilius, came to him invisible to all eyes else, and gave him all his wisdom in philosophy. Zoroaster, Trismegistus, Apuleius, Aquina, Albertus Magnus, Socrates, Virgil all had their sylphid, which foolish people called a daemon or devil. But you, madam, are wise.
But do you imagine, sir, that they will fall in love with an old mortal?
They love not like the vulgar, madam. 'Tis the immortal part they dote upon.
But, sir, I have a niece and a daughter which I love equally. Were it not possible they might be immortalized?
No doubt on it, madam, if they be pure and chaste.
I think they are, and I'll take care to keep them so. For, I confess, I would fain have a hero to my grandson.
You never saw the Emperor of the Moon, the mighty Iridonazar?
Never. His court I have, but 'twas confusedly too.
Refine your thoughts then, madam, by a moment's prayer, and look again. It is a pity among us.
It is a pity among us. It is a pity among us.
It is a pity among us. It is a pity among us.
It is a pity among us. It is a pity among us. It is a pity among us.
Yes, but her quality being too mean, he struggles, though a king, twixt love and honor.
It were too much to know the mortal, sir?
That is yet unknown to the Kabbalists, who are now using all their arts to find her and to serve his majesty. But my great affair deprives me of you. Tomorrow, I'll wait on you again. And now, I've tried your virtue. Tell you wonders.
I humbly kiss your hand, most learned sir. Mwah.
So Don Charlotte has played his part most exquisitely. I'll in and see how it works on a pericranium. Did you call, madam?
Skirmish! I have for thy singular wit and honesty always had a tenderness for thee about that of a master to a servant.
I must confess it, madam.
Thou hast virtue and merit which deserves much.
Oh, Lord, madam. Yeah.
And I shall make thee great. All I require is that thou wilt double thy diligent care of my daughter and my niece, for there are mighty things designed for them. If we can keep them from the sight of man.
The sight of man, madam.
I and the very thoughts of man.
What antidote is there to be given a young wench against the disease of love and longing?
Do your part, and because I know thee discreet and very secret, I will hereafter discover wonders to thee. On pain of life, look to the girls. That's your charge.
Doubt me not, madam. And I hope your reverence will reward my faithful service with Mopsiville, your daughter's governante, who is rich and has long had my affections, madam.
Oh, traitor!
Set not thy heart on transitories, mortal. There are better things in store. Besides, I have promised her to a farmer for his son. Come in with me and bring the telescope.
My mistress, Mopsiville, to marry a farmer's son? What? Am I then forsaken, abandoned by the false fair one? If I have honor, I must die with rage. Approaching, gently, and complaining madly. It is resolved. I'll hang myself. No. When did I ever hear of a hero that hanged himself? No, 'tis the death of rogues. What if I drowned myself? No. Useless dogs and puppies are drowned. A pistol or a caper on my own sword would look altogether more nobly. Yeah, but then I have a natural aversion to pain. Besides, 'tis as vulgar as ratsbane or the slicing of a weasand. No. I'll die a death uncommon and leave behind me an eternal fame. I have read somewhere once, in an author, either ancient or modern, of a man that laughed to death. I am quite ticklish. I'm resolved to die that death. Oh, Mopsiville. My cruel Mopsiville. And now, farewell the world. Fond love and mortal cares.
Harlequin was left in the garden. Tell him the news of Mopsiville. Oh my God! What's this? Harlequin dead. Oh no. Oh! Look. That's a nice sword. Come here, big boy.
Who is it? Don't rob me of my honor!
Honor? I thought thou'd been dead.
I saw I was. Most agreeably dead.
I came to bemoan with thee the common loss of our mistress.
I know it, sir. I know it. And that thou art as false as she! Was not a covenant struck between us that neither should take advantage of the other, but both should have fair play? And yet, you basely want to undermine me and ask her of the doctor! But now that she's gone, I scorn to quarrel for her. But let's, like loving brothers, hand in hand, leap from some precipice into the sea!
What? You spoil all my clothes. I thank you for that, but no. I have a newer way. You know I launch 4 pairs of stairs high. Let's ascend thither, and after saying our prayers...
Prayers? I've never heard of a dying hero that ever prayed.
Well, I'll not stand with you for a trifle. Bidding come up, I'll open the casement, take you by the heels, and fling you out onto the street. After which you have no more to do, but come back up and throw me down in my turn.
The achievement's great and new. But now I think on it, I'm resolved to hear my sentence from the mouth of the perfidious troll, for yet I cannot credit it. I'll to the jade, though I venture banging, to be undeceived, which is hardly worth the hanging.
My rival, and shall here get an opportunity to speak with Mopsaville. For hither she must come anon to lay the young lady's night things in order. I'll hide myself in some corner till she come.
So, I made my rival believe I was gone, and hid myself till I got this opportunity to steal to Mopsaville's apartment, which must be hereabouts. For from these windows she used to entertain my love.
I hear soft tread. Oh, well, if it were Mopsaville, she would not come by dark.
What's that? Ah, a table! There I may obscure myself. What a devil! Is it vanished?
Devil! Vanished? What could this mean? 'Tis a man's voice? Well, if it were my mistress, the doctor, now I were a dead man. He can't see me. I shall put myself into such a posture that if he shall feel me, he shall as soon as take me for a church spout as a man.
Ah! Oh! What's this? Whole mouth with 20 rows of teeth! Dare I not cry out, lest the doctor should come here, find me, and kill me? Ow! I'll try, if it be mortal.
Who the devil can this be? I felt a poignard, and I'm glad I saved my skin from pinking.
I am in a ballad humor for poetry. I'll write some more rhymes on love. Out of a great curiosity, a shepherd did demand of me. No. And without speaking, tell him all my heart. Huh, 'tis here again. And where's the hand that writ it? Huh, the little deity that will be seen but only in his miracles. Well, it cannot be a devil, for there's no sin, no mischief in all this. Huh. Oh, hello.
Ooh.
Hi.
Oh.
Thank you. This is
On
you.
Out of a great curiosity, a shepherd this implored of me. Tell me, said he, my Bellamante, will you be kind to your Charmante? I blushed and veiled my wishing eyes, and answered only with my sighs.
Oh.
Could I a better way my love impart, and without speaking, tell him all my heart? Who's this different character?
Well, 'tis yours for aught I know.
Oh, wait, my name was put here for a blind. What rhyming fop have you been clubbing witch withal?
Oh, mon Dieu, Charmante, jealous.
Have I not cause? Who writes these volumes?
Some kind assisting deity for aught I know.
Some kind assisting
Oh!
coxcomb, that I know. Oh, the ink's yet wet, the spark is near, I find.
Oh, Malheureuse, how I was mistaken in this man.
Mistaken?
Mm-hmm.
For what? An easy fool. One that would be imposed upon. One that would be cuckolded by any feathered fool that, you would call a galant homme. Death! Who would dote upon a fond she-fop, a vain, amorous coquette?
Oh, no.
Hide your lover, we are all undone! Oh no.
That will not I, till I know the thing that made these verses.
She's coming, sir! Oh, where shall I hide him? Oh, the closet's open.
Oh, niece, ill luck, ill luck. I must leave you tonight. My brother, the advocate, is sick and has sent for me. 'Tis 3 long leagues, and dark as 'tis, I must go. They say he's dying. Here, take my keys and go into my study and look over all my papers and bring me all those marked with a cross and a figure of 3. They concern my brother and me.
Oh. Yay! I'm so excited.
And get me ready for my journey. And on your life, let not the door be open till my return.
Madam. Madam.
Alone.
Well, 'tis a delicious thing to be rich. What a world of lovers it invites. I have one for every hand. 2. And the favorite for my lips.
Aye, him would I be glad to know.
But of all my lovers, I am for the farmer's son because he keeps a caloche, and I'll swear A carriage is the most agreeable thing about a man.
Oh!
What's that?
My rival and my mistress is done like a man of honor, Mr. Harlequin. Take advantages to injure me.
All advantages are lawful in love and war.
It's contrary to our league and covenant. Therefore I defy thee as a traitor.
I scorn to fight with thee, because I once called thee brother.
Then thou art a poltroon, that is to say, a coward.
Coward! Nay, then I am provoked! Come on!
Pardon me, I call the coward, and you want to strike? Nay then, if you be for dancing, sir, I have my weapons for all occasions. Hit it! I'll go and see the old gentlewoman's be gone and return with your lover.
I tremble, but I know not whether 'tis with fear or joy.
My dear Alari. Shut my arms, Alari.
Heavens, why did you come so soon?
Is it too soon? When there 'tis safe, Alari.
I die with fear. Met you not Scaramouche? He went to bid you wait a while. What shall I do?
By this concern, none of the house has seen me. I saw your mother taking mule.
Sure, you mistake. I hear her voice.
I'm T, the key of my laboratory. Why, Nate Scaramouche, where are you?
Do you hear that, sir? Oh, I'm undone. Where shall I hide you? She approaches. My cousin's closet's open. Step in a little.
Here I must have dropped it. A light there.
This perfidious woman! No marvel she was so surprised and angry at my approach tonight.
Who could this be? Should all be prepared.
Why, Scaramouche made a light.
Get down!
Man! And in my household, dire misfortune. Who are you, sir?
Men call me Magog, the spirit of power. My right hand reaches, holds my left hand under. Is there a Cindy wife would be a lady? Bring her to me. Her easy cockle shall be dubbed tonight.
Oh, heavens! A madman!
Is there a tawdry fowl would have a title? A rich snorkeling would be a compliment. Bring them to me, and I'll convert that coxcomb and that blockhead into your honor and right worshipful.
Mad. Stark. Mad. Twice the railroad, Scaramouche. How got this madman in?
Hideous maid, who hath the hidden yonder cautious
Oh,
closet?
he was brought to the chair for your advice, but how he rambled from the parlor to here, I know not.
Upon a winged horse, he crept Pegasus, swift as the fiery racers of the sun. I fly, see how I mount and cut the liquid sky.
Alas, poor gentleman. He's past all cure. But, Sarah, for the future, take you care that no young mad patients be brought into my house.
I shall, madam. Oh, and see, here's the key you looked for.
That's well, I must be gone. Bar up the doors, and upon life or death, let no man enter.
Who the devil could that be that pulled me from the closet? The doctor's gone. All to Cynthia. Oh, bring him to pass this night with our mistresses.
Now for this lucky rival. If his stars will make this last part of his adventure such, will I hid myself in the next chamber till I heard the doctor go on. On to return to bear revenge!
Scaramouche tells me Charmante is concealed in the closet, whom Cynthia surely has mistaken for some lover of mine and is jealous. But I'll send Charmante after him to make my peace and undeceive him. Sir, where are you? They are all gone. You may adventure out. Cynthia, here!
Yes, madam. To your shame. Now your perfidiousness is plain. False woman. Which is why your lover had the dexterity of escaping. I spoiled his making love out.
Please hear me. I don't.
But since the ignorance of my person saves his life, live and possess him till I can discover him.
We'll go! Peevish fool! Whose jealousy believes me given to change? Let thy own torments be my just revenge!
while. I have been ruffling over 20 reams of paper for my aunt's writing.
So,
I have no idea.
The old gentlewoman is departed from this wicked world, and this house is our own for the night. Where are the sparks? Oh, where are the sparks?
Nay, heaven knows.
How? I hope not so. I left Charmante confined to my closet when my aunt had liked to have surprises together. But is he not here?
No, he's escaped. But he has made sweet doings.
Heavens, cousin, what?
My mother was coming into the chamber and would like to have found Cynthia with me. But to conceal him, I put him into your closet, not knowing of Charmante being there, whom Cynthia, in the dark, took for a gallant of mine. Had not my mother's presence hindered, I believe there had been a murder committed. However, they both escaped unknown.
Is this all? Others' quarrels are easily adjusted. I'll to them, unfold the riddle, and bring them back. Take no care, but go and dress yourselves for the ball. Mob Seville's habits which your lover sent to put on. The fiddles, treat, and all are prepared.
Oh, ew.
Madam, your cousin Florence, come to visit you.
I'm glad, aunt. 'Tis a good wench, and we will trust her with our mirth and secrets.
Ha, 'tis Cynthia. Dawn, Cynthia. Well, what's the quarrel? How fell ye out?
You may inform yourself, I believe. For these blows intrigues cannot be carried out without your knowledge.
What intrigue, sir? Be quick, for I have an
Who was the lover I surprised in the closet?
Deceptio Visus, the error of the
That
eyes.
dog! I felt him too. Since the rascal escaped me, I'll be revenged on me. Ow!
What's the matter here?
Signor Don Charmante.
Is Cynthia in a rage? Who's the unlucky object?
All man and womankind. Alari is false.
Alari is false. Oh, take heed. Sure, her nice virtue is the proof against the vices of her sex.
Say rather Bellamante.
What? She, who by nature's light and wavering, the town holds not such a false impertinent. This night, I surprised her in her chambers writing verses. And in between her lines, some spark had newly penned his proper stuff. No curse on the jilt, I'll be her fool no more.
I doubt thou art mistaken in that, sir, for 'twas I was the spark that writ the proper stuff to do you service.
We that spend our lives and fortunes here to serve you, to be used like pimps and scoundrels. Oh, come, sir, satisfy him. It was in the closet when he come in and found you.
Is possible? Was it Charmante?
Was it Cynthia? Oh, pox on it, what fools are we? We would not know one another by instinct.
Well, dispute no more this clear case, but let's hasten to your mistress.
I am ashamed to appear before Ilaria.
And I, Bellamante.
Come, take heart of grace, pull your hats over your eyes, sigh and look scurvily. Your simple looks are ever a token of repentance. Come along.
Ooh.
I'm extremely pleased with these habits, cousin.
They are a la gothique and uncommunal.
do I. I wonder why Scaramouche stays so and what success he has.
You have no cause to doubt. You can so easily acquit yourself. But what shall I do who can no more imagine who spread this brands and what I shall love next if I break off with Charmante?
If he be a man or honor cousin, you would may protest your
Aye, but
innocence.
he's a man of wit too, cousin, and knows that when women protest most, they likely lie most.
Most commonly, for truth needs no asseveration.
Well, that's according to the disposition of your lovers, for some believe you most when you most abuse them and cheat them. Some are so obstinate they would damn the woman with protesting before she can convince them.
Such a one is not worth convincing. I would not make the world wise at the expense of a virtue.
Nay, he shall e'en remain as heaven made him for me, since there are men enough for all uses.
No.
Can you forgive us?
Oh, that, Cynthia, you're convinced I do not wonder, but how Charmante's goodness is inspired. No, not.
Oh, let it suffice.
Oh,
My beloved. I am satisfied.
okay.
Great, no, my cousin Florinda.
Oh!
Oh, come, let's have this chat, since we are all friends.
Oh, the best use we can make of it is to talk of love.
Oh, we will have time enough in that hereafter besides. You may make love and dancing as well as in kissing. You may gaze, sigh, and press the hand, and that would then receive a kiss. But would you more?
Oh, yes, wish a little
Oh,
more.
no, unchaste and pure.
We were unreasonable to forbid you that call to joy now. Wish it a little longer in vain if you bring matters so about to get us with our aunt's consent.
Our fortunes depending solely on her pleasure, which is too considerable to lose.
All things are ordered as I've written you at large. Our scenes and all our properties are ready. We have no more to do but to banter the old gentlewoman into a little more faith, which the next visit of our new cabalist, Charmante, will complete. Hark! What noise is that? Sure 'tis in the next room.
Tis the devil in the likeness of my old mistress's voice, for 'tis impossible it should be herself.
Oh, if it be she, how got she in? Did you not secure the door?
She always has a key to open them.
No.
But what shall we do? There's no escaping her. She's in the next room through which you are to pass.
Did she? Follow me all. Come, tell her to leave. By the curtain, make it follows. Go. Bless me, madam, is it you or your ghost?
It were good for you, sir, if I were a thing of air. But as I am a substantial mortal, I will lay it on as substantial.
What do you mean, madam? What do you mean?
Sirrah, must I stand waiting your leisure while you are roguing here? I will reward you.
I shall serve it richly too, madam, when you know all.
I guess all, Sirrah, and I heard all, and you shall be rewarded for all. Where have you hid the fiddles, you rogue?
Fiddles, madam?
Aye, fiddles, knave.
Fiddles, madam? Where?
Here I heard him, thou false steward to thy mistress's treasure.
Fiddles, madam? Surely 'twas the wind that got into your head and whistled between your ears for writing so much, madam.
Aye, thou false varlet. There's another debt I owe thee for bringing me so damnable a lie. My brother's, well, I met his valet but a league from town, and found thy roguery out.
Is this a reward I get for being so diligent since you left?
And what, thou villain, and what?
Pedro, the curtain! I have, to surprise you with pleasure against you came home, been putting up this array of statues, the finest in Italy, for the rareness of the figures, madam.
They are indeed stately pieces of work. How came I by them?
'twas sent your reverence from the virtuoso or some of the Kabbalists.
I must confess the workmanship is excellent. But still, I do insist I heard the music.
But 'twas then the tuning of the spheres, some serenade, madam, from the inhabitants of the moon.
Huh. And that may be.
Lord, do you think I would deceive your reverence?
From the moon, a serenade. I see no signs on here. Indeed, it must be so. I'll think on it more at leisure. Prithee, what story is this?
Oh, why, madam? 'Tis,
Hold up the candle higher and nearer. If you wish.
Madam!
What was that struck me?
Struck you, madam? Imagination.
My imagination feels the wrong.
Only the most tenderly of any part about one, madam.
That may be.
Are you a great philosopher and know not this?
This fellow has a glimpse of profundity. I like the figures well.
You will, madam, when you see him by daylight, madam.
Was that imagination too? Betrayed. Oh, betrayed, undone. Run for my pistols, call up my servants, Pedro, applaud upon my daughter of peace.
Here, hold by each other. Come! Get out, hold by each other. And when I go out, all may go. That is, slip out when you hear the doctor is coming again, which you will most certainly do, and all depart to your respective lodgings.
And leave thee to bear the brunt.
I'll take you no care for that. I'll put it into my bill of charges and be paid altogether. Go!
What, my dark? Oh, that shall not save you, villains. Traitors to my glory and propose. Pedro, hold fast and or let none escape. Go, lights, they're right. I'm sure they cannot escape.
Bless me, what is he here?
Ha! Who art thou?
I am the devil you, and you go to that. Oh, mercy upon us, madam. Why is it you return so soon?
Returned.
Aye, did you not go out of town last night to your brother, the advocate?
Thou villain, thou questionest me as if thou knewest not that I returned.
I know. What should I know? I am sure you have but just waked me from the rarest dream.
You dream still, Sirrah, that I shall wake your rogue ship. Were you not here but now showing me a collection of statuary, you villain?
Statuary?
Yes, rogue, yes, for which I'll have thy life.
Are you stark mad, madam? Or do I dream still?
Tell me, and tell me quickly, rogue. Who were those traitors that were hid but now in the disguise of an assemblage of stonework?
Oh, bless me, madam. You amaze me. What conformity has every word you say to my rare dream? Pray, let me feel you. Are you human?
You shall feel I am, Sirrah, if thou confess not.
Confess? What should I confess? I understand not your Kabbalistical language, but in mine. I confess that you have waked me from the sweetest dream, where methoughts the Emperor of the Moon World was in our house, dancing and reveling, and methoughts his grace had grown desperately in love with Mistress Ilaria, and that his brother, the Prince Man of Thunderland, was also in love with Mistress Belamonte, and that they had descended to court him in your absence. But at last, methoughts that you had surprised them, and they all transformed themselves into an array of statues to deceive you. But at last, methoughts you grew angry at something, and they all flew back to heaven again, and after a great deal of thunder and lightning, we rose, and hearing human voices here came to see what the matter was.
May I credit this?
Credited by all the honor of your house, by my inseparable veneration for the mathematics. It is true.
That famous Rosicrucian who yesterday visited me told me the Emperor of the Moon was in love with a fair mortal. This dream is inspiration in this fellow. He must have wondrous virtue in him to be worthy of these divine intelligences. But if that mortal should be Ilaria... But no more, I dare not suppose it. Perhaps the thing was real and no dream, for oftentimes the grosser part is hurried away in sleep by force of imagination and is wonderfully agitated. This fellow might be present in his sleep. Of this we frequent instances. I'll to my daughter and my niece and hear what knowledge they may have of this.
Will you so? I'll secure you. The frolic shall go around.
Scaramouche, if you have not deceived me in this matter, time will convince me farther. If it rest here, I shall believe you false.
Good madam, spend your anger and your judgment then.
I'll do it. Go back to bed.
No, it is morning now, and I'm all up for the day. This is a pretty sort of pleasant disease when it tickles in but one vein. Why, here's my mistress now, as great a scholar, as wise and grave a woman in all argument and discourse as can be met with, yet name but the moon. And she runs into ridicule, grows as mad as the wind. Well, doctor, if thou canst be madder yet, we'll find a medicine that'll cure your fit better than all the Galenists.
You have your lessons. Stand to it bravely, and the town's our own, madam.
Please. Not in bed. Oh, this gives me mortal fears.
Ah, Prince.
Prince!
A little faith I give to all your courtship who leaves our orb so soon.
Such an orb!
But since you are of a celestial race and can so easily penetrate into the planets of that, why should I fear your conquest and thus implore your aid?
I am ravished.
Prince Divine, take pity on a mortal,
I am rapt.
and take me with you to the world above.
The moon, she means a heart transported, overjoyed, and ecstasy.
Our aunt has come again to interrupt us. I was asleep.
Hide nothing from me, my dear Belamonte, since all already is discovered to me and more.
Oh, why have you waked me from the softest dream that ever a maid was blessed with?
What, my best Ilaria?
Methought I entertained a demigod, one of the gay inhabitants of the moon.
I'm sure mine was no dream. I waked, I heard, I saw, I spoke, and danced to the rhythm of the spheres, and methought my lover tied a glorious chain about my arm. And see, 'tis all substantial.
And mine a ring of more than mortal luster.
Heaven keep me moderate, lest excess of joy should make my virtue less. There is a wondrous mystery in this. A mighty blessing does attend your fates. Go in and pray to the chaste powers above to give you virtue fit for such rewards. How this agrees with what the learned Kabbalist informed me of last night. He said that great Iradenazar, the Emperor of the Moon, was in love with a fair mortal. It must be so! And either he descended to court my daughter personally, which, for the rareness of the novelty, she takes to be a dream, or What they and I beheld was visionary by way of sublime intelligence, and possibly 'tis only thus the people of that world converse with mortals. I must be satisfied in this main point of deep philosophy.